Welcome to Dr. B Talks Texas Wine, a place where you will learn about the grape varieties that grow well in Texas and that produce exceptional wines. Today we discuss Blanc DuBois. Blanc DuBois. Blanc DuBois is a white wine that can range in color depending on the style, from pale straw to gold nuances. Dry blancs are light to medium-bodied, while dessert versions are full and rich. This wine can be consumed both young and aged. Blanc DuBois is a hybrid grape that was created in 1968 by John Mortensen at the University of Florida. This variety was developed by crossing European vinifera selections such as Golden Muscat with native Florida grapes. From Florida, its area has expanded into Louisiana, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama, and it found its most welcoming home in Texas. According to the USDA, in 2017, Blanc DuBois was the 5th most planted grape varietal in Texas and the 1st most planted white varietal in the state. We can find it in the northern part of the state, in the Hill Country region, but its home base is in East Texas and the Gulf Coast. This is a fantastically versatile grape that can be processed into several styles of wine. We're going to look at some of those here. As a light-bodied white wine, we can expect it to be fresh, crisp, dry, and aromatic, with good liveliness on the palate. Aroma and flavor notes include pink grapefruit, pomelo, and citrus zest, as well as hints of pear, tangerine, peach, and even pineapple. This type of Blanc is best enjoyed in its youth, from a glass slightly curved outwards at the rim, which can emphasize the fruity aspect as it channels the wine to the tip of the tongue. As a sweet aromatic white, the wine will have a fair amount of residual sugar. It retains its freshness with a smoother and softer acidity and is still intensely aromatic. With this style, we can also expect to see some weight on the palate. The main aroma and flavor notes in these wines will be orange blossom, pineapple, tangerine, some spicy ginger, and honey. These wines can be enjoyed both young and slightly aged. Full-bodied Blancs will most likely be dry and still quite aromatic. These wines are most likely barrel fermented and oak aged. They also undergo malolactic fermentation, which leads to a creamy mouthfeel and a discreet butteriness. On the nose and palate, these Blancs will offer notes of starfruit, ripe pear, apples, and butterscotch, while the oak aging process contributes vanilla and clove undertones. The wine is best served in a glass with a relatively large volume to allow sufficient contact with air and reveal their complex aroma and character. When made into a port style, Blanc DuBois are intensely aromatic with a full, viscous texture. They are beautifully bright and rich, have an increased alcohol concentration, and are usually oak-aged. The aroma and flavor profiles include notes of ripe apricot, honey, mango, toffee and caramel, and freshly baked pie crust. A glass with a funnel shape towards the bottom is best for round, intensely textured dessert wines with full aromas. It allows the small serving the largest possible surface area over which to develop its complex aromas fully. Madeira-style Blanc DuBois has many of the same characteristics of the port style, being strongly aromatic, full and viscous in texture with an increased alcohol level. What distinguishes this style of wine is the special processing of the wine, known as estufagem. What that means is that the wines are kept in special conditions at high temperatures, imitating the oversea voyages of the wines during summers of centuries past. The aroma is rich with strong notes of dried apricot, candied citrus fruit, and pecan pie, as well as caramel, toffee, and butterscotch, honey, and clove. Blanc DuBois wines should be served well chilled in a style-appropriate white wine glass. Because of its versatility, Blanc DuBois pairs well with many different types of food. The dry, fresh types complement seafood and chicken dishes, while the fuller, richer versions go well with creamy sauces and white pastas. The sweeter ones stand up against spicy foods, while the port and Madeira types are perfect companions for rich desserts. They also pair well with many types of cheese, from blue cheeses like Gorgonzola to creamy ones like Saint Andre and sharper versions such as Manchego. There are few wines out there that say Texas as loud and clear as Blanc DuBois does. One has many versions to choose from, dry to sweet, sparkling to still, table to fortified. There is something out there for everyone and in everyone's pocket range. If you want to impress your friends with a fantastic Texas-grown wine, this is one of your best options. It is a perfect wine to enjoy well chilled in the Texas heat, sitting by the pool or over dinner on the patio. While you are sipping it, give a thought to all the Texas grape growers and winemakers who had a hand in crafting it and making it available for your enjoyment. A special thank you goes to Tiffany Farrell and Hawk Winery for supplying much of the information included in this video. Thank you for watching Dr. B Talks Texas Wine, brought to you by Texas A&M, Texas A&M Agrilife Extension Services, the Texas A&M Viticulture and Enology Program, and Dr. Andrea Bottezzato, Assistant Professor and Enology Extension Specialist, aka Dr. B.